Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Mozaaik and welcome to my first Forza 6 commentary video. I am racing in the Modern GT Endurance Series and I really enjoy this because as you can see right here, I make it through turn 1 with hardly any incidents. So I just feel like you run into slightly better drivers in this hopper. That may be justified by my experience, so your miles may vary, but I'm enjoying it a lot, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit here. I just completed my quick stop. I come out on lap 4 in 11th place, and I have a lot of ground to try to make up. And that's going to be slightly difficult because I am still learning these cars just a little bit. Still trying to get used to the actual braking points. Something that I'm really hoping I can do soon is turn off the braking line altogether. So, because I feel like I just rely on it way too much, and hoping that I can turn it off and get a little bit faster on some of these tracks. I know some of the better drivers run without it, but I've got to get my memory on the tracks as I'm going to drift out wide and hit the wall a little bit there. And moving on to lap 7, this is where I start to get a little bit more of an exciting race. I've moved up 4 positions due to people taking their quick stops, as there's going to be a car sitting here on the track and the guy in front of me just drills him. I have no idea why. I'm not sure if he was trying to knock him into my view where it would slow me down, because I've been catching this guy for the last couple of laps, or what exactly was going on there, I'm not sure. But coming down the hill a little bit here, I'm going to get a little bit better turn and a little bit faster exit. I'm going to drift it out slightly wide, but then get a lot of acceleration coming into the next turn, and he's going to be able to hold his speed and stay in front of me as I keep getting a little bit closer to him, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to make my move, or if he's going to wreck me when I try to go by. So nerves are going every which way at this point as I'm trying to get on that inside line, but he's going to pull away from me through the next couple of turns. But I'm going to finally get enough speed, but I don't have the grip to hold it, and then I'm going to just tuck underneath him and get a clean pass underneath and push on to the next lap, going up into 6th place. Okay guys, so pushing on to the next lap, I'm going to be coming up on a lapped car, and this is where my first incident of the race happens. I'm going to be somewhat riding my line and getting a good exit whenever he comes down, and he's pretty much just sitting still, and I'm just going to drill into the back of it. And I'm going to try not to let that affect my race too much. I lost 1 position due to it, but I'm going to keep trying to run my race and hope to make up that ground, because I know that I'm a little bit faster out of the turns than that guy. So as you can see, I'm already catching him in almost the same spot as last time. And I'm just going to go to the outside, and he's going to have to take his quick stop, so I really don't lose a position there. But I'm really nervous about passing this Lamborghini as I'm riding on his outside. We get a little bit close, and then I think he just backs out and lets me go, which was pretty awesome for him. And then again in the same spot on the next lap, I am coming up on another lapped car, and I'm gaining on him pretty quickly, and I'm gonna just try to ride on the inside, and I'm already on the apex, and he's just gonna swerve into me, and then he's gonna hit me 2-3 more times, and out of frustration I swerve into the side of him, and I get drilled from the guy behind me, which actually sets me up for the excellent boost to keep me moving at a decent speed to where I'm not going to lose a position. And now we are finishing up the last lap. The race is over, and I'm currently sitting in 6th place, catching 5th place as he's coming into some lap traffic, and they're going to get a little bit sideways and then just crash into each other. I'm going to move into 5th, but I'm going to also hit the wall, and then for some reason the game demotes me back to 6th place. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but I'm going to actually end up finishing this race in 6th place, and it's going to move us to the next race. Okay guys, so our next race is at Spa. I have moved into the Aston Martin DBR9, and it's going to be a rough takeoff as I'm going to plow into the back of the Lamborghini, and then he's going to slam on his brakes, and I'm going to just sit him doing cartwheels down the track. And then the whole field is wrecked in turn 1. I'm to the wall, and then I'm bouncing off the Nissan GTR, and we're finally going to get moving. And what a rough way to start this race, but it's moved me up into 12th position, so I haven't lost a whole lot of ground. And I'm going to stick on this turn just a little bit, and then everybody's going to be wrecking, and I'm not sure what happened there, but everybody just kind of dispersed in different ways and set me up to go from 12th place to 6th place. Okay, and then coming into lap 2, we're going to have a little bit of a battle going into turn 1, as I'm going to push away past my teammate there, Ryan Rain. I'll put his channel in the description, or you can click on it on the video. I'm sure he'll have more of this from his perspective. But I'm going to pick up a position there and coming through to probably my worst turn on this track and just totally miss my braking points. I'm going to sail up and crash into the tire wall, and it's going to give these guys a good run to, you know, get their positions back, as the guy in the Porsche goes right past me, and we're coming up into the next turn, and Ryan Rain is catching me. But I'm gonna brake a little bit early here, and Ryan's gonna sail through. I don't know how he didn't manage to make any contact there, but I'm gonna exit the turn a little bit better, and we're gonna be beside of each other with a little bit of contact, and we're gonna have a good little 2-wide battle going into this next turn. And I'm gonna get on the brakes a little bit early again, and Ryan's gonna sail it out wide and give me the clean undertake to get my position back going into the next turn. And I'm going to get a little bit of a rough exit on this turn, and the guy behind me is just going to give me a little bit of a tap. And going into the next turn, I'm not sure if he drifted out or if I came in, but either way, I'm going to get hit from another car from behind and pushed off the track. And we're going to be right beside of each other going into the next turn with a little bit of contact, and this guy's going to just keep moving down. I'm not sure how much space he actually needs to make this turn, and then I get into the back of him just a little bit and overtake him again going into the next turn, and I'm just going to have it out too wide, and he's going to get underneath me to get around. Okay, so after my quick stop, I've dropped down to 14th place on lap 4, and I'm going to be catching this guy in the Porsche, and I'm going to have the outside, and I think he just hit the brakes a little bit to just let me go by, maybe because he was a slower car, or maybe because he just wanted to get through it incident free. But either way, it's moved me up into 13th place, which is going to move us to the last lap of the race, and probably the most exciting. As you can see, I've moved up to 7th, and I'm finally beginning to catch some lap traffic. The guy behind me has been gaining on me the last couple of laps, and the Lambo is just gonna spin out for no reason. Like, I didn't make any contact there, and I was hoping that it would actually just slow that James guy down, but as you can see, he's still gaining on me by a lot, and it's gonna move me up into my biggest mistake of this race probably, where I'm gonna over brake a little bit here, which I think I've done in every lap, but this guy's gonna get such a run coming into the chicane. But I'm going to brake a little bit early, and he's going to miss the turn completely, and then I'm just going to cut the track a little bit for the laps. Me and this guy had a little bit of a conversation after the race. It was definitely a good battle. I thought for sure he had me, but he just overshot the turn a little bit. And I probably could have beaten him without cutting the track there, but I just did it for the laps for myself. But I ended up finishing 7th place, so you know, not the best position, but these are really fun, and I'm still learning these cars and trying to get used to the tracks and everything. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.